How's it going, everyone? I am here to go over the unfortunate PlayStation Plus news for the month of September and potentially the month of October as well, and that being the games that are getting pulled from the service. As far as PS Plus Extra goes, as you guys know, PS Plus Extra is a rotating catalog of games. Sony signs licensing agreements with third parties, and they have a window of time to offer those games on their service. The window of time expires, and then they pull those games from the service. They can come to the table and renegotiate, but usually the games just get pulled. And now, sometimes in Sony's case, just because they hate their audience, they sometimes pull first-party games as well, as you are going to see in the month of September. September 17th is when these games are all going to be getting pulled. I'll go through the September titles. You got about 10 days to play these games, and a lot of these games are very much on the lengthier side, so if you start them now, you're probably not going to be able to finish them by September 17th unless you're an absolute fiend. So let's go over the games. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, awesome game there. Alien Isolation, great game there. Cloudpunk, very atmospheric game, shorter game there. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Horizon Forbidden West, which is the first party departure from PS Plus Extra, Marvel's Midnight Suns, Nier Replicant, Planet Coaster Console Edition, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, Spiritfarer, and then a absolute massacre of the Star Ocean franchise. Star Ocean First Departure R, Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness, Star Ocean The Divine Force, Star Ocean The Last Hope, Star Ocean Till the End of Time, and then Unpacking. So I have noticed that recently Square Enix games have been taking a beating as far as their offerings on PlayStation Plus. They pulled a lot of the older Final Fantasy games. Now you're talking the entirety of the Star Ocean catalog. Star Ocean Second Evolution R was never available on PS Plus Extra, given that it was a recent release. And you're gonna get rid of the entire Star Ocean franchise, and you're getting rid of Nier Replicant. Alright, pay attention to this month's offerings on September PlayStation Plus Extra, because this is a significant departure. You're talking about a major first-party title in Horizon Forbidden West. You're talking about, if you're remotely a fan of Japanese RPGs, with the departure of all of the Star Ocean games, Nier Replicant, and then you look at 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Alien Isolation. These are major games. I am going to take a bet, I hope I am wrong, that the games that are going to be added this month are not going to equate to the value of the games that are leaving. There is the rumbling of Final Fantasy 16 getting added, and yeah, that would offer you quite a lot of value, but you know, given all of these games getting pulled, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 games in total getting pulled from the service. Generally speaking, PlayStation Plus is adding around 8 to 10 games every month, and you're talking about some high-quality titles, value titles as well. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, that's a game that I go to bat for all the time, and if you want to play one title over the course of the next 10 days, I'll give a shout to 13 Sentinels. That game is around 25 to 30 hours, so if you really hunker down, you can probably complete it before it leaves the service, but that game is terrific in my opinion. As much as I liked Unicorn Overlord, as much as I liked Muramasa the Demon's Blade, Odin Spear, 13 Sentinels, in my opinion, is Vanillaware's best outing. That game, from a narrative standpoint, is remarkable, and when you're talking about a story that is centered around time travel, it is very difficult to nail those narratives. Steins Gate did a great job as far as time travel narratives, but it is so easy to just fumble the bag as far as a time travel based narrative. But 13 Sentinels is incredibly well executed when you consider the fact that it starts off incredibly confusing to an extent, and then how it comes together and how it is woven together, just remarkable. Love that game. Wasn't crazy about the tactics-based gameplay, but that's a really solid one. Alien Isolation, solid horror title there. That's one that you can beat fairly quickly and worthwhile to go through. Cloudpunk, a game that I think a lot of you guys have missed out on. Great visuals, great atmosphere, shorter game, but if you want something a little bit more chill, that's a good one. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, you know, MMO, Dragon Ball style game. I wasn't crazy about it. A lot of my boys are super into Xenoverse. You know, as far as the Dragon Ball franchise go, like, I had fun with Xenoverse, don't get me wrong, but catch me on Kakarot, catch me on Fighters, and certainly catch me on Sparking Zero instead of Xenoverse. But I understand why people like it. Maybe they'll do a Xenoverse 3 at some point, but they just continue updating Xenoverse 2. But that is getting pulled. Horizon Forbidden West, obviously kind of an egregious example. I imagine it's a case of You know, Forbidden West, thinking about it, might be one of those games that really showcases what the PlayStation 5 Pro can do. You know, Forbidden West is a beautiful game on the PS5, and it's a cross-gen title, but it is not a game that can run at 4K 60 FPS. You either do 4K 30 or you do, you know, there's the 60 FPS performance mode. Forbidden West might be one of those games that is used as a promotional vehicle for the PS5 Pro. And hey, for that audience that's picking up a PS5 Pro, selling a couple copies of Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition sounds like a pretty spicy time. Especially, you know, you could do a bundle with Horizon Forbidden West and, you know, use that game as something to bundle in with PS5 Pros and maybe promote it that way. I don't know. I'm just throwing out options. LEGO Horizons is also out later this year, and you probably want to sell some copies over the holiday. So, you know, I think it's terrible to pull first-party titles. They did it with Spider-Man 2018. They did it with Horizon Zero Dawn. Zero Dawn, it was in regards to potentially there being a remaster or remake, which I still do believe is going to happen at some point, but kind of a pointless remaster, if you ask me, but it is what it is. Marvel's Midnight Suns is getting pulled. As far as Firaxis titles go, that one was a little bit of a disappointment from a commercial standpoint. If you actually play the game, like, it's a totally serviceable tactics game with a card game gimmick. It's fine. Nier Replicant is great. Highly recommend you to play that. It's just, it's going to be difficult for you to complete it within 10 days. Planet Coaster, Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, Spiritfarer, all games that I'm not going to be as familiar with. Sniper Ghost Warrior, although a long-running franchise there. And then all of the Star Ocean games. First Departure R is great. Integrity and Faithlessness is absolutely cooked. Divine Force is pretty good. Last Hope has the worst voice acting of all time, but it's decent. Until the End of Time is quite good as well. There is no chance in hell you are completing any of those games. I shouldn't say no chance in hell. There's a very little chance that you are completing any of those games within that 10-day period, so just keep that in mind, especially till the End of Time. And then Unpacking as well, you know, an unfortunate reality as far as PS Plus Extra goes, but given the absolute massacre that the service is having, Extra that is, you know, keep an eye on the additions in September. If it is not at the level of at least equaling in value in terms of the games getting pulled, we got a problem on our hands, and I will certainly make a YouTube video complaining about it. I mean, we'll go over the Plus Extra offerings when the time comes later this month. It'll probably be revealed sometime next week, but you know, hopefully it's somewhat good, because these are some notable titles leaving the service, so we'll see how that boils down. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know a lot of you guys these days are just unsubscribing to PS Plus altogether, and that goes for people unsubscribing for PS Plus Essential. I've been seeing that be a talking point, as well as a lot of you guys become more so solo game players. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.